61% of Copenhageners bike because it's the easiest and most convenient way to get around the city. Now that talks about how bicycle culture in Copenhagen has been democratized. It is truly for everybody. Like the shoes I'm wearing right now, very tall heels. If you can bike in shoes like this, then the infrastructure of the city is democratic. If I would need, let's say, spandex gear and special biking shoes and, a light in here, on here on my helmet blinking, flashing, that is not a democratic bicycle culture, right? It's very simple. If you can't bike in shoes like this, then the infrastructure is not designed for the majority of women. Done. It's very simple. And that kind of simplicity applies for all facilities, I would say.
Creating cityscapes and places where you can exercise and you can play and act in all sorts of different ways. That's part of what makes a city healthy.
Currently we design physically activating spaces for the already physically active groups. So when we think about if we wanted to, let's say, expand the amount of people who are physically active in open space, we would need to expand not the amount of facilities we have, but the broad with the spectrum of the different kinds of facilities we offer.
In the Harbour Bath in Copenhagen, they have actually managed to make a long swimming pool where you can go exercising, the elder people my age and up. And there are a pool only 30 centimeters deep where the parents can go with their babies. There are a pool for children playing with balls, really shouting and screaming, and the younger teenagers can also be there. And there is a tower where you can climb up and jump into the water and make a lot of noise and show off. And it also has a big lawn attached to it. So you can actually, if you don't want to go bathing, but you want to hang out with your friends, you could just stay on your towel on the lawn and still be part of the company. And that makes, within the same design, a place to go for a broad variety in age, and both women and men and girls and boys, and also those who don't want to take off their clothes and go bathing in the public room. A very important part of the policy in Copenhagen is actually making all these facilities free. And that makes a huge difference because it attracts all those who don't know if they're really going to participate or just going to sit and watch.
Exactly. And a lot of the current or the recent Danish research has shown that this assumption we've had for maybe 20 or 25 years that people get inspired by other people in public space, it does actually occur, and we can document it. So that means that de facto, if you have a wide range of different user groups that are using a space, then they will de facto influence other user groups. So it's like, it's like dropping a rock in a surface of water. So you see the rings like coming out. It's sort of like that. That mechanism is actually not just an assumption. We can document that. And so for that reason alone, I think really focusing in on widening the amount of user groups is crucial when we talk about public health, for instance.
Yeah, and creating the culture. A very simple example could be that 20 years ago, if you went running on the street, people would shout at you and, are you in a hurry? Are you going to catch the bus? Yeah. And now no one would do that. No. It's just part of the picture of the city.
Yeah.
So.